Alright guys, yep, another 8 a.m. start time. Of course, we've got the London game starting pretty soon. But yep, here we go. Week 5 NFL Sunday preview. We got some pretty big games again. Not the same slate we had last week, but the Sunday nighter game of the year so far. Here we go though. Week 5 NFL Sunday preview. Without further ado, let's get into it. Of course, please like and subscribe, and hope you guys enjoyed the Week 5 NFL Sunday preview. Of course, we've got a pretty decent slate of games, not as many as there was last week, obviously, with teams in a bye, which we will get to shortly. First things first, though, NFL Game Day kickoff started for the London game at 7 a.m., so yeah, an hour ago. It goes up until like 9:30. Bro, NFL Network's insane with how early they have these people up. Either way, though, that other pregame show, Tops, whatever you want to call it, is on CBS Sports Network right about now. Sunday NFL Countdown starts at 10, though, on ESPN. Fantasy Football now starts at 11 on ESPN2. So Fantasy Football, and then as well, Fantasy Football pregame preference is also on Peacock. So if you have that, I guess watch that. And then of course Fox's doubleheader pregames, Fox NFL Kickoff and Fox NFL Sunday at 11 and noon, and then at noon again is the NFL Today, leading you up to the doubleheader, of course, which we will get to in a minute. And as well, looking at the teams in the bye this week, Chargers at 2-2, of course. We'll see what they can do going off the bye. Browns 2-2, again, frustrating loss, but Deshaun should be good for next week. Bucks on their end 3-1, of course, really good going into the bye. And Seahawks also won 3 in a row going into the bye, too. So, a lot, again, those are your 4 teams that are on a bye. Let's get into the first game, being the NFL Network London game special. Let's go. Jags are playing their second straight week in London. Can they pull off some London BS against the Bills? We'll have to wait and see, as, yeah, the Bills are in London. Yeah, NFL Network's first game of the year, of course, is in London. Yep, the game starts at 9:30 this morning, so right after you're watching this, you can turn into the game. Jags obviously played in London last week, and they had a really good defensive performance against a trash Desmond Ridder, and of course, they beat the Falcons 23-7 to bounce back. Of course, the week before that, they lost at home 37-17. Now they're playing the Bills, who are red hot. They've won, what was it? They've won by, I think, at least, like, 4 scores the past 3 weeks, which is crazy. Looking like it back in 2021, if you don't remember, when they had a disappointing loss to open the season like they did against the Jets. And then they just went and destroyed everyone up until week 6. I do think this is a Jags team that is going to have to play a really good game against the Bills. But they are in London. Weird stuff happens here. And, of course, again, Bills are red hot, winning 3 straight. But we'll see what happens again. The game is on NFL Network. You can also stream this game on NFL Plus. So for that, again, I think the postgame show will happen after that. But remember, if you want to watch the whole entire postgame show, they're switching over to like Red Zone or something. Announcing this game will be Rich Eisen, Kurt Warner, and Jamie Erdahl. So we will not have to hear every single 8 guys in the booth, which is just crazy. Of course, like last year, Westwood won though. JV Sraddick and James Lofton. As well, it's gonna be at Tom Hofstra Stadium. Let's just go to here. And what was it? Yeah, 10 a.m. let's say. So it's going to be 62 degrees. It's going to be a little humid, but nothing crazy. Mostly cloudy here for this game. So that's what I got for you guys. Time for the Jags starting lineup. Alright, for the Jags, Trevor Lawrence will start here. MC Chin Jr. and Tank Bigsby in the backfield. Calvin Ridley, Christian Kirk, Zay Jones, and Jamal Agnew are both out. We will probably see Chin Jones at some point. I mean, they're both questionable. Parker Washington's out, though. Jalen Moore, Leonard Taylor, Cooper Hodges, Devon Hamilton, Ventrell Miller, and Gregory Jr. all on IR. Evan Ingram at tight end. Cam Robinson is back. Walker Little, Luke Fortner, Brandon Scherff, and Anton Harrison across the offensive line. Adam Gotts is for Lorenzo Faticasi is questionable. Jeremiah Ledbetter is his backup. Roy Robinson Harris is also there. Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker off the edge with Devin Lloyd being out. You'll see probably Chad Mama again. And Floyd Luakong. Tyson, Dwayne Smoot's also out. Tyson Campbell, Trey Herndon, Darius Williams at corner. Christian Braswell and Chris Claybrook's both out. Antonio Johnson's questionable again. Rayshon Jenkins and Andre Sisco are the safeties. Brandon McManus is their kicker. Their punter is Logan Cook. Jamal Agnew being questionable. Again, we really don't want to see there. And then Rosh Madajik is also the long snapper. And for the Bills, Josh Allen at quarterback. Kyle Allen is backup. James Cook and Latavius Murray back from the He Lines is again, Justin Shorter, Zach Davidson, Tommy Doyle, Bill Inspector all on IR. Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and Trent Sherfield at receiver. Dawson Knox, Dalton Kincaid at tight end. Reggie Gilliam is your fullback. Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Mitch Morris, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown across the offensive line. Greg Rousseau is out. AJ Epinez and Shaq Lawson, Leonard Floyd there. Von Miller is also out. Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones are the defensive tackles. Tyrell Dotson, Terrell Bernard, and Matt Milano are the linebackers. Teron Johnson, Dane Jackson, and Kyrie Elam at corner. Christian Medford's questionable. With Micah Hyde and Jordan Player at safety. Tyler Bass is your kicker, your punter. Sam Martin, Deontay Hardy is your returner, and Reed Ferguson's your long snapper. If you didn't know yet, Tre'Davious White's out for the season. Alright, keys to the game time. For this Jags offense, again, if you don't remember, they did end up going into London last year. I just gotta fix this. This is just really, like, giving me... Alright, there we go. Whatever. Yeah, that's just because it's huge. What I was gonna say is, again, if you don't remember, back in 2021, the Jags didn't beat the Bills in a huge upset, 9-6, or 6-9, whatever you want to put it. What really happened in that game was that Trevor Lawrence was actually getting outside the pocket and making some throws. Even though, again, they only scored 9 points, that was really how they had a chance, I guess. And I want to see that, but now that, again, they have Calvin Ridley, give him 15+ targets. Just get him the ball on every single snap. They don't have a guy who can cover him. Christian Kirk, on the other hand, can't get neutralized because, again, he's just really a middle-of-the-field type of merchant. But it's okay because he's really good there. But, yeah, every single throw should go to Calvin Ridley. Just throw it to him every time. And don't settle for field goals. Please don't. Last week you did, and you're going to get trounced this week if you have to do that. Defensively, under 2 yards created per attempt by the defensive line against these Bills offensive line. You don't, again, Josh Allen, I do think will have a monster day like he did back in 2021, but it's just the fact that Bills offensive line, once they're able to get downhill and James Cook can start to cook, they're going to have a tough time stopping the run. And under 20 points allowed, which is going to be very difficult to do, but the Jets did do it, so it's not impossible. But I don't think it's going to be very easy. But if they can get that done, they have a chance to win this one. Time for the Bills. And for the Bills, of course, 20+ points in the second half, I think will be a big way if they can close this thing out. 30+ rushing attempts. Again, they're going to have to run the ball against the Jags defense. They have a really aggressive secondary. You just can't let those guys get into it. 35+ minutes possession, which I don't think will be very easy to do. But if, again, they can just convert on those third downs and make it tough on those Jags pass rushers, I think they'll be good. And Mitch Moore, 65% plus run block win rate. I think if they can run the ball up that A-gap a lot, I think that would be huge. Him winning his blocks would also would be a great way for them to do that. Defensively, though, play less zone than intended because the Jags will try to take advantage of the holes. That's just simple time. Like, Trevor's going to hit those throws because, again, without the Tre'Davious White, it's going to be a lot harder to cover. Just don't play as much zone because, again, you're going to have to play zone, but just don't play as much because Trevor Lawrence start icing you up. And under 15 minutes on the field in the first half, which isn't that crazy, but I definitely think, again, just don't be on the field too much in that first half because you got a whole second half to play. And what you're going to want to try to close this one out. Time for the Saints Patriots. Here we go. Yep, the Saints travel to New England for the second time in 3 years. Of course, back then, it was a different team, but obviously both these teams are really looking for a bounce back. When Saints, of course, love losing back-to-back games, in which offensively there were some struggles. They have not scored a touchdown since the second quarter, I think, of week 3 in Green Bay. So yeah, it's been a struggle offensively. Also defensively, they've gotten kicked around a little bit too. Patriots on the other hand, they're coming off a spanking or whatever you want to call it against the Cowboys. Their offense has been pretty brutal this season. Defensively they've been good, but then losing their two best defensive players in Matt Judon and rookie sensation Christian Gonzalez does not help. Again, the game is at 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, other streaming services for this game. By the way, the Saints dominated the Patriots back when they played them in 2021. The only good part is that, the Patriots defense kind of didn't give up anything to, Jameis Winston, but of course, Mac Jones had 3 picks, of course, pick 6 too. Not all his fault, but yeah, that was an ugly game. Again, both these teams looking to play better in this one. I'm down to see this game though is Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins, Compass Media, Chris Harry and Brian Bollinger. This game is just going to be honest, it's going to suck. But, you look at it's in blue. Most of the Southeast is getting this one also. Basically all New England. So, yeah, if you want to watch a boring game, that's what you get for it. As well, the weather in Foxborough, it's going to be 61 degrees. A good amount of wind, so be ready for that. It's going to be a little sunny, too. So, don't be surprised if someone muffs a pun or something. That's all I got for that one. Time for the Saints projected starting lineup. For the Saints, Derek Carr, quarterback, but again, he's questionable. I do expect him to play. He played last week with a worsened injury, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I don't think Jameis Winston's going to start. We'll have to wait and see, though, again. Alvin Kamara, Henry Miller in the backfield. Jamal Williams, Trey Turner, Payne Turner, Andrew Dowell, and Marcus May are all questionable, or I'm in Earl on a basically IR. Crystal, again, Juwan Johnson starting tight ends. You'll see a lot of Foster Moreau, as well as Adam Prentice fullback, Trevor Penning, James Hurst is questionable, as well as Andrews Pete, and James Hurst. Then again, Landon Young is out. Eric McCoy, Cesar Ruiz, Ryan Ramczyk there, and you might see Max Garcia as well. Defensively, Cameron Jordan, Carl Granderson, Isaiah Foskey, and Tano Caspian off the edge. Nathan Shepard and Kalen Saunders are the defensive tackles with Pete Warner, Demario Davis, and Zach Bond at linebacker. Paulson Dable is questionable. Isaac Adams is back with Lon Taylor's also there. And then Marshall Lattimore. Tyron Matthew, Jordan Howden are the safeties. Lonnie Johnson Jr. is out. Blake Rupe's the punter. I'm the kicker. The punter is Lou Headley. Shiji is the returner, and Zach Woods the long snapper. All right, for New England, Mac Jones, quarterback. Ramondre Stevenson is questionable. Zeke Elliott in the backfield, as well as Ty Montgomery, Devontae Parker, Juju, and Kendrick Bourne, receiver. Tyquan Thorne, Trey Nixon, Riley Reef, Daniel Alukuli, whatever you want to call him, Terez Hall, Raekwon McMillan, Marcus Jones, Isaiah Bolden, and Jack Jones are all on IR. If you know, yeah, Christian Gonzalez is out for the year, and I don't expect to see Matt Judon for a while. As well, Hunter Henry, Mike Gesicki, tight end, Trent Brown, and Cole Strange starting left side of the O-line are both questionable. Calvin Anderson and Atani Mafia are both behind them. David Andrews, Mike Onwenu, and Ven Veterian, whatever, Lau is there. Dietrich Wise Jr., Devon Gotcha is questionable. Christian Barmore is also questionable. Keon White, though, is also there. As well as Lawrence Guy Sr., Martin Mapu, Josh Uche off the edge, Joanny Tavai and Juwan Bentley are the linebackers. John Jones is questionable. Amir Speed, J.C. Jackson, again, if you didn't know the trade with him. Miles Bryant and maybe Sean Wade, but then he's questionable. As well as Trey Flowers is out, and again, Cody Davis too. Kyle Duggar and Jimbo Peppers are the safeties. Chad Ryland, Bryce Behringer, kicker and punter. Miles Bryant and Ty Montgomery are returners with Joe Cardana at long snapper. For the Saints, run the ball 15 plus times in the first quarter. I mean, like, that's kind of simple. Like, you look at what happened last week. They really didn't establish any sort of, like, tempo or rhythm at all. They can just start, like, pounding the rock in that first quarter. All Alvin Kamara and Kendra Miller, I really think they'll have a good shot at least getting some tempo going. Derek Carr has to hit the in-breakers off play action. I mean, some of these throws, I'm like, just hit the dang throw. Like, the crossers, get the ball to go to the receivers. And 15 plus touches on what is called? What is called? Alvin Kamara 15 plus touches on sweep / out of the backfield throws. Again, whatever you need to do to get him on the edge is what you got to do because he does do a lot of magic there. Defensively, do what you did in the secondary in 2021. 3 plus turnovers, not going to be easy, but I think it could happen. Maybe a touchdown, nothing big there, and no big plays on the ground. If Ramondre Stevenson gets going, which he hasn't all year, that would be scary because Bill O'Brien can actually do something and get after Mac Jones because he can't do anything with that. Time for the Patriots. And meanwhile, for New England, the run game can't get stuck. It can't get stuck or it can't suck, whatever you want to call it. It just can't be as bad as it's been. Mac has to hit the out routes off his second hitch. He's been hitting like his 5th hitch. You saw what happened with that pick 6. And the O-line has to penetrate. They haven't done any sort of thing like that since week 2 even. So they won't have any they want to give Mac any time. That's how they're going to do it. Defensively though, Dietrich Wise won't have plus sacks again. He was big last year. He's got to step up again too. And under 20 points allowed, I really think another thing that can give him the game. They were close to that last week, but then again going against a worse offense, just keep it under 20 and no big plays on any down longer than 8 yards. If they give a conversion's okay, but if they give a big play, that's just not gonna be acceptable for them. Now let's get to a game that could be very interesting: Titans and Colts. All right, the Titans make their annual trip to Indy. Of course, these two teams they have some history. Of course, the last time I think the Colts beat the Titans was back in 2021. No, 2020 when they spanked them. I think they scored like 27 unanswered. I think they won 31-4-17 and bad for first place. This game I don't think is bad for first place, but it's pretty basically the same thing because all the teams in the AFC South are in fact 2-2. Titans again. They back-to-back games. The final score was 27-3. I don't know why it was that, but yeah, 27-3 was final score in those two games. Continuing though, Derrick Henry has owned the Colts in the past. Of course, last year in these two games he ran again. Week 7 wasn't as good. Of course, the game Matt Ryan got benched because he threw a pick 6. It was like an 80-something yarder. And Ryan Tannehill also got kind of clocked a lot in that game. But yeah, Week 4 was a good Titans game. Again, it was really boring after halftime. But yeah, that's kind of what happened last year. Yeah, Titans have owned the Colts a little bit in the past. Obviously, Derrick Henry's done a lot. Colts offensively, though, again, they're pretty electric. They're going to look to do the same type of things that what they did in the second half against the Rams last week. And obviously, with the Titans, they're going to have to move the ball like they were able to at some points. But then again, it's going to have to be a little bit more of the passing attack. The games are 1 o'clock on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus are your streaming services for this C game. Looking at announcing this game, Spiro Diaz, Adam Archuleta, and Amanda Renner. So yeah, it's a C game. This was a B game if you didn't know. Looking at it again, it's in green. Again, not much of the country at all getting this very sliver part of Texas, and yeah, kind of just this area. That's how I'll put it. Yeah, not much of the country is getting this game, guys. Time for the Titans starting line. Oh, wait. Yeah, Titans starting lineup. All right, for the Titans, Ryan Tannehill, quarterback, Derrick Henry, Tyler Spears, Hassan Haskins, and Julius Chestnut are both on IR. Kyrus Jackson, Kyle Phillips are also on IR. Defensively, though, Mike Brown and Shaquille Brown are both on IR. Looking at the receivers, Terrell Burks is out. Chris Moore and Nick Westbrook again will be asked to step up alongside DeAndre Hopkins. Chizakonko, Trayvon Westcott, tight end, Andre Dillard, Peter Skoronski, Aaron Brewer, Daniel Brunskill, Chris Hubbard across the line. Nicholas Ferrer is out. Jeffrey Simmons, Nico Autry, Naquan Jones will probably start with Tart being out. Harold Landry, Arden Key, Rashad Weaver, and Travis Gibson off the edge. Luke Gifford is out. Jack Gibbons and Aziz Al-Shire are the linebackers with Sean Murphy, Bunting, Roger McCreary, Christian Fulton, and Trey Avery being at corner. Caleb Farley is out. Amani Hooker, Kevin Byard is safeties. Nick Folk is their kicker. Ryan Stonehouse is their punter. Amani Hooker and Tyler Spears are their returners, and Morgan Cox is their long snapper. All right, for the Colts, Anthony Richardson, Gardner Minshew is back up. Jonathan Taylor, Zach Moss in the backfield. Evan Hull, Ashton Nolan, Danny Pinter, Jake Witt, Jernard Avery, Titus Leo, Daniel Scott, and Dallas Flowers all on IR. Michael Pittman Jr., Alex Pierce, and Josh Downs at receiver. And if you didn't know, Jonathan Taylor getting a 3-year, $42 million extension to cement himself in Indy. And yup, he is back. Kyle Granson, Drew Ogletree at tight end. Bernard Raymond is out. Blake Freeland is back. Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Will Fries, and Braden Smith across the offensive line. Quiddy Pay is out. Tyquan Lewis is his backup. Deo Digbo, Samson, and Becon both off the edges. Well, Grover Stewart, DeForest Buckner at the defensive tackle. Shaq Leonard is out. Grant Stewart is his backup. Sarah Franklin, Aegis Speed, a linebacker. Kenny Moore, Juju Brenton, Daryl Baker Jr. at corner. What is called? Julian Blackman and Rodney Thomas at safety with Matt Gay at kicker. Rigoberto Sanchez is your punter. Isaiah McKenzie is your returner. And Luke LaRodes is your long snapper. For the Titans, Derrick Henry, I simply just want him to get 15 most carries in the first half. I really want him to use a heavy load from him in the first half. So the second half, the Colts are just thinking, how the hell do we stop him? And then 5+ boot/shots off those Derrick Henry runs. Again, Ryan Tannehill just really took some arm punts last week. But yeah, you'd be a little more useful with that. Defensively, no Big Tony. Yeah, the real one, my bad. I said Tony Pollard was the Big Tony. He still is, but the real Big Tony's AR. Again, runs over, just don't let him have anything like big runs. Compete, again, you got to be able to compete on the right side, edge against this run. They're going to really want to use Jonathan Taylor there because, again, when he gets to that hole, he just blows up. Don't let him get there. Again, when he has to cut back to the left, he's not as good. And no Alex Pierce big plays. If he can get another big play, I'm going to use my head in his foot because he's just bodying some of these corners up. Just basically make sure he doesn't catch those 50-50s. Time for the Colts. All right, Colts offensively, 10+ points in the first half. They didn't do that last week. And again, AR getting 55+ design runs I think would be a really good idea because, I mean, he's been really good there. And Michael Pittman Jr. 7+ targets to really start spreading this football around. That's kind of what I got there because he didn't really do much last week. Defensively, though, DeForest Buckner 3+ tackles for loss. Again, he's a big part of the run defense. That's what he's going to have to do to stop this Titans run game. Don't let Derek get into the end zone when the Titans are in the red zone. Again, if he can just, because you look at the last year, like a 27-yard run, whatever. Don't let them get away by just running the ball with Derrick Henry there. And put Kenny Moore on D-Hop, again, wherever he is. Probably be in the slot. That's going to work out well for them. They're lucky he's not an outside receiver anymore. Now let's get to the Giants and Dolphins. This game should be a blowout. Let's just have to go through it, though. All right, the New York Giants coming off a terrible, humiliating, embarrassing loss to the Seahawks. Looked to pull some miracle crap out of their butt against the Dolphins, who, of course, are angry after getting absolutely, sent to the woodshed against the Bills. This Dolphins offense is really looking to explode. Against the Giants offense, that just sucks. That's all I'll put it. This should be a game they win. Obviously, the Giants defense is pretty terrible, too. They can't really tackle. But hey, at least they're decent in coverage, I guess that's what I gotta say. Obviously, the Dolphins' defense is also really bad, so maybe the Giants move the football a little bit. But then again, we said the same thing against Seattle, and they had 11 sacks and probably didn't even get up 3 points, to be honest. The game's at 1 o'clock on Fox, and interesting enough for Fox in the early window, there is not a national game, so it's all regional action. Again, Fox Sports app, as well as, I'm going to go to YouTube, whatever I'm call it, NFL Plus, streaming services for this game. Announcing it is Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, and 6, so it is a B game, nonetheless. Looking at it, again, it's in blue. Most of the Midwest is getting this game, so, yeah, a lot of the country is getting this game, but it's still not the national games. Just keep that in mind. There's no national games in the early window, so, yeah, blue is all the game. You had New England, basically all of Florida, and a lot of this Midwest to Mountain West. That's what I got there. Time for the... Oh, wait, never mind. These teams played back in 2021, and, yeah, the Dolphins 129. Mike Glennon was a quarterback. That game really sucked. I didn't want to watch it, but I kind of watched some of it. Either way, though, time for the Giants starting lineup. Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot about the weather, but, yeah, it's 7 miles per hour, and it's going to be really hot. I'll just put it like that. Yeah, it's going to be a little cloudy. That's, again, the good start, but, yeah. don't expect it to be very nice on that Giants sideline. Daniel Jones, quarterback. Saquon's questionable. I don't know what to expect. Maybe he'll play. Probably not, though. Matt Breida, Gary Brightwell in the backfield. Darius Slayton, Demonte Robinson, Jalen Hyatt, receiver. Bryce Ford Wheaton, Wyatt Davis, J.C. Hassenauer, Gerard Davis, all on IR. What is called Darren Waller, tight end. Daniel Ballmer is questionable. Tommy Sweeney's out, and Thomas is also out. Joshua Zudu again will start there again. Better rested John Michael Smith Jr. is out. Mark Lewinsky probably will start at center. Shane Lemieux is also out. And Brett Bredesen, Marcus McKeith, and Evan Neal round up the offensive line. Adrian Robinson, Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams across the defensive line with Kayvon Thibodeau, Boogie Basham, and Azeez Al-Jory going after the quarterback. Mike McFadden's questionable. We'll probably see Isaiah Simmons anyway. And Bobby Okereke is the other linebacker. Trey Hawkins, Deontay Banks, and Adoree Jackson at corner. Jason Pinnock, Xavier McKinney are the safeties, and Robinson is also out. Getting Cordell Flats there, too. Graham Gano, Jimmy Gillen are the kicker and punter. Eric Gray's the returner, and Casey Crowder's the long snapper. For the Dolphins, Tua quarterback, Mike White's his backup, Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane in the backfield, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Braxton Berrios, Cedric Wilson, and even probably Robbie Chosen, a receiver. River Craycraft, Ron Armitage, Robert Jones are all on IR. Eric Azukama, whatever, is out. Durham Smythe, it's a tight end. Elk Ingles, fullback. Kendall Lamb, Isaiah Wynn. Connor Williams is questionable. Liam Eichenberg is back. Lester Collins also questionable. Robert Hunt and Austin Jackson are the rest of the offensive line. Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis, and Zach Sealer across the defensive line. Jalen Phillips is questionable. Emmanuel Ogbah, Andrew Van Ginkel, Bradley Chubb also off the edge. Jerome Baker and David Long Jr. are the linebackers again. Zeke Van Vandenberg is also on IR. Nick Needham is also out at corner. David Long Jr., Jerome Baker are the linebackers. Xavier Howard, Cater K.O., and Cam Smith, and Justin Bethel at corner. Deshaun Elliott, Javon Holland are the safeties. Jason Sanders, Jake Beeler, the kicker and punter. Braxton Berrios is your returner with Blake Ferguson doing the long snapping. All right, now relative to this Giants offense for the keys to the game, Danny has to respond to the pressure by hitting receivers on the second hit and being proactive pre-snap. Again, he sees the blitz. He's got to get the ball out quick. Darren Waller, 5+ targets, get him the ball. Like, please, just at least try to. And the O-line has to actually try to move people in the run game. Again, you talk about how bad their pass protection is. You can do whatever you want with that. I don't care what you say about it. Like, it's true. But, yeah, I will say, though, they got to be better in the run game. They can at least block there. Defensively, no big plays. Please stop giving up those bombs. Just don't. And make Tua run a little, run around a little. Again, if he has to do that, and make him think a little more. And force a turnover in the first half. Because, I don't know, maybe that'll do something. Time for the Dolphins. Alright, Dolphins offensively, I said steady Eddie with Achane. Get 15 plus touches in the first half. Don't go bananas with him, but give him his touches. 15 plus combined targets for Jalen and Tyreek, which doesn't seem like it's that much, but you'll see it will be by the end of the game. And 300 plus passing yards as well will, I think, give the Dolphins a really good shot at winning. Defensively, bounce back up front. Yeah, 3+ sacks with Emmanuel Ogbah and Jalen Phillips combined. If Jalen Phillips doesn't have to play, well, Emmanuel Ogbah's going to have to have 3 sacks. Xavier Howard can't suck. He was really bad last week, and under 7% missed tackle rate. Another thing they were really bad with. Just don't miss tackles. Time for the Falcons and Texans. Okay, I'll give you some context going into this game. So, again, I said that the worst defensive performance. I'm just gonna go back a couple years. Back in, I think it was like 2021, whatever. I made a video about the Falcons saying that they had the worst defensive performance I've seen in the past 5 years. Obviously, the Broncos did surpass that with their 70-point implosion against the Dolphins, but. Yeah, they got 53 points to the Texans, and if you know, yeah, they had a pretty good young quarterback in the Texans, and they were also 2-2 and coming in that game. Again, the Texans going back to the Week 5 game in which the last time these two teams played, in which the Falcons gave up 53 points and like 600 total yards. The Texans were coming into a game angry. Obviously, they lost to the Panthers the week before, really disappointing loss. And they only put up 10 points. But the thing is, their offense is red hot right now, and I could see it happening. But then again, the Texans defense is playing a lot better. The Falcons defense is actually playing a lot better. Offensively, they're terrible, but we'll see what happens. Again, Texans are red hot, again, winning back-to-back games in which they're putting up at least 30 points. Again, the game's at 1 o'clock on Fox Sports app, NFL Plus, our streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be Brandon Gaudin, Mark Schlereth, and Christina Pink. So basically, it's supposed to be Adam Amin. It is a B game, but since he's doing MLB crap, he's not going to be announcing it. Looking at it again, it is in yellow. Again, a lot of this, again, only the south part of the country is getting this. So if you get southwest of Texas, and then what is called basically all of Georgia. The northwest part of Florida, which is really the only part of whatever part of Florida exists, and obviously Alabama's getting this game as well. So that's all I got for that part of it, though. Let's get the Texans starting lineup. All right, C.J. Stroud, quarterback. Davis Mills is his backup. Damon Pierce and Devin Singletary in the back. Eagle, Colin Trevor Woods, Dank Dell, receiver. John mentioned it, is also questionable. Jesse Matthews, Noah Brown, Troy Hairston. Kendrick Green, Juice Scruggs, Titus Howard, Son Ridgeway, and Derek Stingley Jr. all on IR. Dalton Schultz, he can continue on the tight end. Andrew Beck is their fullback. Larry Tunsil's questionable. Josh Jones is out. Andrew Deckles could start. George Fitt's also there. Josh Jones, again, he's starting like 3 different positions. He's out. Nick Rocker will probably start. Michael Deaton, Shaq Mason, George Flynn across the rest of the offensive line. Charlie Heck is also out. Will Anderson, Lee Collins questionable. Kurt Henderson probably start with Sheldon Rankins if he can go. Jonathan Grenard Jr. is also there as well. Christian Harris is out. Corey Littleton or Henry 2-2. We'll see who will start there. Jake Hansen's also questionable. Denzel Perryman, Blake Cashman are the other linebackers. Shaq Raven is questionable. Kader Hallman, Tavir Thomas, and Stephen Nelson, the other corners. Jalen Petrie, Jimmy Ward at safety. Cameron Johnson, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on there. Economy Fairbairn is the kicker. With Tank Dell and Devin Singletary returner. John Weeks is your long snapper. And for Atlanta, Desmond Ridder, quarterback. Bijan and Tyler Algier in the backfield. Ansel Cordell Patterson. Avery Williams, Penny Hart, Joshua Lee. Matt Hennessy, Ethan Greenidge, Adenakungbo and Denji, Troy Anderson, or Adenakungbo and Denji, my bad. Troy Anderson and Kenny Kawan, whatever, is also on IR. Drake London, Matt Collins, Kenny Hodge, across the receiving core. Kyle Pitts, John Smith, tight end. Keith Smith is your fullback. Jake Matthews, Matthew Bergeron, Drew Dahlman, Chris Lindstrom, and Caleb McGarry across the offensive line. Calais Campbell, David Onyemata, and Grady Jarrett are the vets on the defensive line. Arnold Ibikidi and Bud Dupree, Lorenzo Carter, D'Angelo Malone off the edge. Caden Ellison and Nate Landman are the linebackers. AJ Terrell, my bad. D. Alford, Trey Flowers, Jeff Okuda at corner, Jesse Bitts III, Dorsey Grant at safety. Young OQ is your kicker, Bradley Pennington, your punter, D. Alford, and Cordell Patterson are your returners with Liam Cole at long snapper. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, run the ball 40-plus times, which is not going to be easy to get to, but I do think they're going to have to do that if they want to win this one. The O-line has to create bigger holes in the B gaps. Again, they just weren't really doing that much last week. It was really hard for Tyler Gio to run there. And as well, Desmond Ridder has to take some shots up play action. I don't care if it's a bad throw. Just take some shots, please. Defensively, continue the passive-aggressive approach in the secondary. It's been just basically like really hard to gauge for the quarterback. More stout coverage by the linebackers. They haven't done too much there. Again, it's been a lot of the corners playing man. And 35% pass rush win rate for Lorenzo Carter. He'll be out there on the field to get after the quarterback. Do your job, please. Now let's get to the Panthers and Lions. Yeah. Texans offensively, I think C.J. Stroud does have to go over 250 yards passing, which will not be an easy task going against the secondary, but I think he can get it done. O-line has to be more consistent on the interior. They've had a lot of pressure there, and yes, he just has to drop back a little bit. And Robert Woods, 8+ targets, take the burden off Nico. Yeah, get the ball to Robert Woods underneath. Nico will do his thing over the top. Texans defensively, Jimmy Ward, 8+ tackles, be the guy in the run game. Jalen Petrie, under 5 catches allowed. Again, that won't be particularly easy for him because he doesn't get a lot of targets, but if he can just, again, make plays that can just lead to incompletions, that will be a big help for them. And as well, Malik Collins has to get 3+ pressures. I think that's how they'll get pressure from the interior there. Time for the Falcons now. All right, the Lions, of course, return home. Yeah, they return home to face the Panthers, of course, on that mini bye week after just absolutely like manhandling the Packers and taking control of the NFC North. Of course, going again with the Bears winning on Thursday night against the Commanders, that means the Panthers are the only one team in the league right now, which is not good for me, but who knows? Maybe they can figure out a way to win. Of course, when Bryce Young's been on the field, their offense has been straight up trash. That's all I'll put it. When Andy Dalton's feel, I guess they're better. Whatever. Yeah, the Lions is definitely a trap game for them. We'll see what happens, though. The game's at 1 o'clock on Fox, NFL Plus, Fox Sports app, are your streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be Chris Myers, Dale Johnson, Pam Oliver, and, yeah, Sports US Radio as well. To be honest, this is actually Fox's number 2 team announcing this game, because, again, Chris Myers and Dale Johnson, they've basically done everything together, basically. So, yeah, just keep that in mind, but... Oh, yeah, Joe Davis is, again, doing MLB crap. Announcing this game, I mean, looking at the map, though, this game is in green. Most of the North Midwest, and even going into the, Dakotas, that's what's getting this game. As well as, the North Carolina and South Carolina area. So what I'm getting, these two teams played back in, 2020 and then last year. The Panthers actually gave a pretty good whipping to the Lions, winning 37-23 at home, and then back in 2020, they shut them out. The last time they played in here, though, I think it was in 2018. The Lions actually won that one, too. So, yeah, that's pretty interesting storylines there. We'll see what the Lions can do in this one, though. All right, for Carolina, Bryce Young, quarterback, Miles Sanders, Chuba Hubbard in the backfield, Adam Thielen, J.J. Shark Jr., and Jonathan Ingle at receiver, Hayden Hurst, Tommy Tremble at tight end, Ikem O'Connor, Jr. Zavala, Bradley Bozeman, Calvin Stark-Moore, and Taylor Moen across the offensive line, Bradley Christensen, Shaq Thompson, Marquis Haynes Jr., and J.C. Horn and Henry Anderson all on IR. Austin Corbett is out as well. With, Deshaun Williams, Shai Tuttle, Derek Brown across the defensive line with Brian Burns, Justin Houston, and Gutierrez Ross-Montelos off the edge. Cameron Grugier-Hill, Frankie Louisville linebacker, Dante Jackson is questionable. Jeremy Chin, Troy Hill, and CJ Anderson are the other corners. Vaughn Bell, Sam Franklin Jr. are the safeties, with Eddie Pinheiro doing the kicking, Johnny Hecker doing the punting. Shane Blackshear, Smith-Narset are the returners, with J.J. Jansen at long snapper. For the Lions, Jared Goff, quarterback, Hendon Hooker is out, Nathan Sudfeld is on IR, as well as Matt Nelson, in 2 places, I guess, Julian Okora, Khalil Dorsey, James Houston, Cedar Gardner-Johnson. Oh god, this is a lot. Again, Jahmyr Gibbs again being questionable. You will see Craig Reynolds and David Montgomery for sure though. Probably not going to see him. I'm not seeing Brown, of course, being doubtful. Khalif Raymond, Marvin Jones Jr. receiver though. Josh Reynolds and Jameson Williams are both questionable. Sam Laporta, Brocker, the tight end. James Daniel Mitchell is doubtful. Jason Gimenda, the fullback, is out. Taylor Decker's questionable. Panay Sewell, we'll see if he goes over there. Colby Sorcedo will be there too. Hama Vita is getting questionable. Graham Glasgow is his backup there too. Jonah Jackson, Frank Ragnar are across the offensive line though. Josh Paxwell, I didn't say him. He's also on IR. Aiden Hutchinson, Le'Veon Uzurgi, Romeo Core, Charles Harris off the edge with Robinho Jones and Lee McNeil on defensive tackle. Jack Campbell, Alex Anzalone, Derek Barnes, linebacker. Cam Son, Stephen Gilmore, and Jerry Jacobs at corner. Amanda Mosley questionable. Kirby Joseph is questionable. Brian Branch is out. Fanny Mufano is there as well as Tracy Walker. Riley Patterson is your kicker, your punters. Jack Fox, Leaf Raymond, Craig Reynolds are your returners, with Scott Daly doing the long snapping. Alright, and for the Panthers offense, let Bryce throw. Just let him throw the dang ball. What do you have to lose? Like, Bryce getting killed? Well, yeah, but still. Throw the damn ball. As well, Adam Thielen, 3+ 20-yard targets. I do think he has to get the ball more downfield because no other receivers really running there too. Miles Sanders, 50 most carries the ball. I mean, that's kind of like going contrary to Bryce Young. But again, just give him some carries, I guess. Defensively, blitz C-gap against the run, because that's where the Lions really like to run the football. And that would be a really good way to filter that inside, as well as make it really hard for them to run play action off it, because again, Jared Goff will be running right into pressure. Brian Burns with 7+ pressures as well, which is a ton, but I do think he can do that. And 3+ big plays, 20+ yards allowed. And if they get up 2, it's okay, but just nothing more than that. Time for the Lions. All right, Lions offensively, run the ball early, because make sure they can actually stop you guys. In last week, they could not set the Vikings there. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12+ targets. Get him even if he's out, then don't doing this. But yeah, get him a lot of balls on those screens. He'll really have a lot of room to operate. And Jameson Williams getting a bomb off a misdirection fake. I really do think this Lions offense will wake up after that. And what I mean by that is obviously the offensive line. Everyone will be in a rhythm after if he catches the bomb. Defensively now, the corners need to be good, because if they're not good, they're just gonna get cooked. And yeah, have a good game there. Then I don't need them to be great in man coverage though. Don't try to play hero ball there. Just do your job. And Alexander Deloney, 5+ tackles and under 70 plus rating against. I think just be very steady there. And 3+ sacks in the first half will always get the Lions in a very good spot to again walk into the fourth quarter with a pretty comfortable lead. Now let's get to the first national game I've gone through since that London game. Last time Lamar has played the Steelers in Pittsburgh, or in general to be honest, was back in 2021. Of course, that incompletion, and now, well, he's looking to get some revenge there. Alright, yep, it is the NFL on CBS Week 5 doubleheader, and I got Game 1. Yep, it is the Ravens and Steelers. Of course, the Ravens taking up first place in the division after smaking the Browns. Steelers in the hand, they got their hands, they got London to Houston looking for again when they think, yeah, we should be able to get, and yeah, they just got sent to the woodshed. Again, they just got absolutely blown out. And of course, last time these teams last year, at least in Pittsburgh, the Ravens won 19-14 offensively. Outside of that one run by J.K. Dobbins, I think, where he was limping, big run, I think it was a 40-yard run. It was really just Mr. Trubisky throwing 3 interceptions, and yeah, the Ravens just figured out a way to win. And obviously in Week 17, Kenny Pickett played really well, and they were able to win 16-13 in a close game. The game's at 1 o'clock again on CBS, and plus Paramount Plus streaming services for this doubleheader game. Announcing again, Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, Evan Washburn. ESPN Radio, Steve Levy, and Sal Patonio. Again, I think last time that Ian Eagle, Charles Davis, and Evan Washburn called the Steelers-Ravens game was back in 2019, and it was an overtime game. That was a crazy game, but either way, looking at the again, it's all red, and holy crap, a ton of the country's getting this game. Again, we do 3 games on your slate. That's kind of what you're gonna get there. So got there, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, oh yeah, shoot, the weather. My bad. It's gonna be 55 degrees. Again, a lot of wind, so don't expect the guys just be straight up king and bomb, unless it's straight up. We'll see though. So for that, time for this Ravens starting lineup. All right, for the Ravens, Lamar, quarterback Gus Edwards in the backfield. Justice Hill is questionable. Keaton Mitchell and J.K. Dobbins, Talon Wallace. Malik Ham, David Ojabo, Demario, and Williams are both all on IR. What's called Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr. is questionable. Nelson Aguilar and Rashad Bateman a receiver. Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely a tight end. Patrick Ricard a fullback. Ronnie Staley's questionable. Patrick McCarr again is basically playing everything here. As well as John Simpson, Tyler Linderbaum, Kevin Zeitler, Morgan Moses, doubtful, Daniel Flaley will start. He can't go. Andy Voorhees, I'm not even say he's out the whole season basically. Just Matt Bouquet, Michael Pierce, Broward Washington, defensive lineman. Odafe Owe is out. Jamie Clowney, Kyle Van Noy, if you didn't know, they signed him. And Tavius Robinson off the edge. Roquan Smith, Patrick Queen are the linebackers with Brandon Stevens. Marlon Humphrey is questionable. And Rock Yassin in the corner. Daryl Worley is out. Ronald Darby they just signed. Marcus Williams, Kyle Hamilton are both healthy. But we will expect to see Marlon Humphrey if you didn't know. See, he's right here. Yeah. And then Justin Tucker, Jordan Stout, the kicker and punter. Devin Duvernay's returner. Tyler is on the long time with Nick Moore being out. All right, for the Steelers, Kenny Pickett, a quarterback for Mitch Trubisky. Of course, he threw 3 interceptions in this game last year. Yeah, I'm literally not gonna get rid of that until he proves otherwise. Whatever. Najee Stillmore in the backfield. Anthony McFarland Jr., Deontay Johnson, Renell Wren, whatever the heck his name is, Cameron Hayward, Chappelle Russell, and Cody Trice Jr. all on IR. George Pickens, Allen Robinson, Calvin Austin, a receiver. Pat Freiermuth is out. Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward probably at tight end. Denver Jr. is out. Guaranteed we will see Broderick Jones here. Again, James Daniels is out. Nate Herbig will start, as well as Isaac Salmalo, Mason, Colin Chumuokafor, Larry Ogunjobi, Montavious Adam, DeMarvin Leal is out, so we'll see Amon Watts, maybe even Keanu Benton, we'll see. TJ Watt, Alex Smith is questionable, Marcus Golden, Nick Herbig off the edge. Cole Holcomb and Quan Alexander are the linebackers. Levi Wallace, James Pierre, Shannon Sullivan, Patrick Peterson in corner, with Minka and Keanu O'Neal at safety. Chris Boswell is the kicker, is your kicker. Presley Harvin is out. Calvin Austin, Gunnar Henderson are the returners, with Christian Kuntz being your long snapper. All right, and for the Ravens, 5+ design keepers in the first half. Yeah, get those legs moving with Lamar. Pound the right B gap. That is where the Steelers really gonna have some issues against the run if they can't get anything going there. And 5+ Zay Flowers targets in the second half. I think he'll be a big part of the win. I think that'll be mostly happen in the second half, though. Defensively, 40+% pressure rate. That's not going to be easy to do, but I really think they'll be able to get it from the interior as well. Just take the load there. And play flat zones on the third on the outside. You really don't want to have stress that at all. Again, you don't want these running backs breaking free. Don't let Najee bounce runs in the shotgun. That's what he's going to want to do there because he's not fast enough to hit the hole. Please just don't let him do that. Time for the Steelers. All right, now for Pittsburgh. Run more boots than normal. 30% of the play action rate. Again, they run like probably 20% of their play action is boots. It's got to take up to 30. 20+ points in the second half as well. Get that going. Again, they're going to have a really good offensive in the second half. And 30+, 4+ minutes possession, which we haven't really been a sustained rise, but they got to get hold the ball longer than they have. Steelers defense, get after Lamar. 15+ rush attempts against Lamar. Yeah. They want to make sure he has to run a lot. Getting after him will do that. And pitch a second half shutout for touchdowns at least. Again, if they give up field goals, you can't really do it because if it's like a 60-yard field goal and you can't really do anything if Justin Tucker hits that. That's all right there, guys. Time for the Bengals and Cardinals. Yeah, late window games now. All right, Joe Burrow and the Bengals are looking to bounce back after a blowout and humiliating loss to the Titans against the Cardinals, who have been playing really good football this season. Obviously, just the talent has kind of derailed their season as well. Again, the game's at 4:05 on Fox, Fox Sports app, NFL Plus, or streaming services for this late afternoon regional game. Announcing it will be Kevin Cougar, Mark Sanchez, and Laura Oakman. Looking at the map, it is in orange. Basically just Arizona and, yeah, the AFC North area is what's going to get this game. These two teams played back in 2019. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Cardinals won 26-23. It wasn't in overtime. I think Zane Gonzalez had a game-winning field goal to send the Bengals to 0-5 in game. Kyler Murray's first win. Obviously, some nostalgia there. Again, both teams having similar, not totally exactly, but yeah, that was battle winless teams. These two teams really looking for them desperate. Obviously, the Bengals more than the Cardinals. Either way, last time the Cardinals won, they blew out they really took it to the Cowboys. We'll see what happens in this one though. Talking about the Bengals now. All right, for the Bengals, Joe Burrow, quarterback, Joe Mixon, Trayvon Williams in the backfield, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, questionable type, Tyler Boyd, turner, winner, receiver, Charlie Jones, Devon Cochran, Devon Maxwell, and Charlie Jones are all on IR. What is called Irv Smith Jr., Drew Sample, tight end, Orlando Brown Jr., Cordo Volson, Ted Karras, Alex Cabot, Jonah Williams in the backfield, That's the offensive line. Sam Hubbard, DJ Reader, BJ Hill, Trey Anderson is questionable, Joseph Osai, Cam Sample, and Miles Murphy off the edge, with Logan Wilson and Jermaine Pratt and Keith Davis-Keller being out. Marcus Bailey will probably start at linebacker. Shelby Awuzie can't play, but the two starting outside corners are both questionable. DJ Turner, Jalen Davis probably going to have to step out there, of course, Mike Hilton having his fun in the slot. Nick Scott and Dax Hill are the safeties. Evan McPherson is their kicker. Brad Robinson is their punter. Trey and Chris Jones are their Chris Evans are the returners, with Kyle Thomas doing the long snapping. And for the Cardinals, Josh Jacobs, quarterback. Clayton Tune is his backup. Kyler Murray again still out. Keontae Ingram is questionable. Marlon Mack, Dennis Staley, Pat Elflein, John Gaines, LG Collier, Maji Sanders, Carlos Watkins, Rashad Fenton, Buda Baker, Kyler McDaniel are all on IR. James Conner, Amari, whatever the heck this guy's name, are both on IR. Not on IR. Those are the running backs. My bad. Keontae Ingram is questionable. Marcus Brown, Michael Wilson, and Ronald Moore receiver. Zach Ertz and Trey McBride at tight end. DJ Humphries, Elijah Wilkinson, Elijah Frolot, Will Hernandez is questionable. Keith Ismail behind him, and Paris Johnson Jr. across the offensive line. Zach Collins, Kevin Strong off the edge, with Jonathan Ledbetter being out. Roy Lopez and Leaky Fotu on the rest of the defensive line. Josh Woods is questionable. Chris Barnes, White, Dennis Garlick are all there. Keitrell Clark, Antonio Hamilton, Marco Wilson, Starling Thomas the fifth are at corner, with Kayvon Wallace and Jalen Thompson the safety. Garrett Williams is out. Matt Prater is your kicker. Blake Gillikin is your punter. Greg Dortch is your returner. Aaron Boone is your long snapper. All right, for the Bengals offense, Burrow has to take some shots. Like, there's no way around it. The Cardinals are just going to bring blitz after blitz if they don't take any shots. Joe Mixon, 20 blitz carries, give him the damn ball. He's really the only guy in the offense that can has the full availability to actually do anything. Because Jamar can't just throw the ball to himself. And yeah, 8+ targets for Jamar as well. Get him the football more than he did last week. Bengals defense 3+ sacks. Get that pressure on Josh Dobbs again to make it hard for that offense to really get rolling outside again some plays. Continuing though, contain the jet zone runs. You don't want those things getting going again with what is it called? James Conner and stuff, and bluff man on third to confuse Michael Wilson with his release package. He's very good. He's very good with his power release. He's really good at getting off the line. But once he has to start to read proactively, pre-snap stuff like that, he's just not as good because again, he's a rookie. Time for the Cardinals. Alright, Cardinals eventually get back to the run game. Please, just don't try again. It was tough last week, but you gotta at least run it. And run more urban motions with Rondale Moore. And even throw it out to him sometimes, because I guarantee you could probably take 1,000. And run those alerts with Marquise Brown, because again, Josh Dobbs has been really good on those fades. Carlos Dennis Garg, 2+ sacks. He's been probably, honestly, the most underrated defensive player in the league this year. The tackling has to be sound. It wasn't last week. Just again, against the run, make it hard for Joe Mixon to break those tackles. And Jalen Thompson playing box on third down, again, just sitting there over the middle, making it impossible for those throws to be open. And covering the middle of the 5+10 yards marks of the field for Jalen Thompson. That's how I think they're going to really make it hard for the Bengals on third down. And that's how I think they're going to win the game, to be honest. Now let's get to the other national game that kind of is first time basically 2 years of this game. There's been a regional game on Fox that's a national one. Oh yeah, Cooper Kupp is back! Bet I'm hyped for this one. Yep, the Eagles, who are 4-0, looking to get to 5-0, who have been very fraudulent this year, even though they are, again, 4-0. Looking to get to 5-0, stay undefeated against the 2-2 Rams, who are looking to make a huge statement, come out of an overtime win, which they probably should have lost because they blew a 23-point lead. With all that said, though, it is the first regional game for the NFL on Fox national window, whatever you want to call it, since I think it was week 13 of 2021. Either way, though, it is the NFL on Fox national game this week. The game again is at 4:05 on Fox. Fox Sports app, NFL Plus, or streaming services for this game. Announcing it will be Kevin Burkhardt, Greg Olsen, Aaron Andrews, Tom Rinaldi, the whole gang. Compass Media, Bill Roniski, and Steve Berlin. Looking at the map, you bet it's in red. Whole entire West Coast, all the way up the borders, getting this, as well as basically the whole entire snake tail here, and yeah, even part of Massachusetts, and for whatever reason, Rhode Island. Let's freaking go! Yeah, that's what I gotta say. Oh yeah, and the Rams spanked the Eagles back 37-19 back in 2020, but that really doesn't mean anything because again, the Eagles are a much better team than they were then. Time for the Eagles starting lineup. For the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, quarterback, DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell in the backfield, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, the receiver, Brendan Covey is questionable, Ryder Johnson, Sean Bradley, Nakobe Dean, Zach McPherson, Avonte Maddox, all on IR. Dallas Goedert, Jack Stoll at tight end, Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Jason Kelsey, Kim Jurgens is out, Sua Opeta is his backup, as well as Lane Johnson. Brandon Graham, Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox is out with a back injury, Jalen Carter's out there, Marlon Tapuatu is out, Josh Sweaty and also off the edge, as well as Derek Burnett, Hassan Reddick, and Nolan Smith. Nicholas Morrell and Zach Cunningham are the linebackers. James Bradbury, Josh Jobe, Darius Slay, and Kelly Ringo at corner. Cindy Brown is out. Justin Evans, Rudy Blankenship are the safeties. Jake Elliott at kicker. Britton Covey again is questionable. Punt returner. And Washington Scott's the kick returner. And Lick Lotto's the long snapper. Yup, the Rams. Yup. Matt Stafford, quarterback. Brett Rippenson's backup. Stetson Bennett is out. Connor Williams, Ronnie Rivers in the backfield. Cooper Kupp, yeah, he's back. Puka and Tutu out receiver. That trio is crazy. Tyler Higbee, Preston Hopkins are also the tight end. Hunter Long is out on IR, as well as Jason Taylor III. I will say, though, Davis Allen, of course, is also a tight end. Alec Jackson's questionable, but he is expected to play. Joe Noteboom, big hit, he's out. Kevin Dotson will probably start. See if that depth can really show there. Siva Villa, Brian Allen, Rob Havens down across the offensive line, though. Jonah Williams, Bobby Brown, Aaron Donald are the defensive linemen. Desjuan Johnson, of course, Mr. Relevant, is doubtful. Byron Young, Michael Hoyt off the edge. Nick Hampton's also there, finally back, I guess. And don't forget, where is he? O'Shane Mathis, where is he? Yeah, he will probably get on the field too. Ernest Jones, Christian Roseman, linebacker, Deion Kendrick, Kel Witherspoon, Kobe Durant at corner, as well as Duke Shelley. Jordan Fuller, Rushies are the safeties. Brian Maher is your kicker. Your punter is Ethan Evans, Puka Nacua, and Kyron Williams are the returners, with Alex Ward doing the long snapping. All right, for the Eagles offensively, I want Jalen Hurts to have 5+ runs in the first half. I'll give a couple in the red zone, too, because I really do think that's how they're going to score points against this Rams defense. Jalen run the ball around a little. Test the quarters in man-to-man situations with double moves. Again, they got really aggressive guys out there. That's how you'll really get to those big plays. And the O-line should feast if they can neutralize Aaron Donald, because there really isn't another defensive lineman that really has shown they do a ton again. Kobe Turner can probably hold his own. That's maybe it. Defensively, blitz, and double Puka. But if Cooper Kupp's on the field, too, yeah. Well, don't blitz, because you're just going to get absolutely torched in every play if you do that. But, yeah, get after quarterback, because that's really all you have the chance to really do, because Darius Slay's had a tough year so far, and the Rams have, oh, God, this is awesome. Time for the Rams. All right, Rams offensively use the run game to help mask the tough matchups up front. I really think this offensive line can hold their own. It's just the fact that Alec Jackson has to really be healthy. Matt has taking steps quickly and getting the ball out. Again, quick throws. That's how they'll really get the offense going. And run, send, play action bombs at 2-2 against Josh Jobe. Again, if that's how you'll test them, do what you need to do to just get that done. And defensively, though, under 25 points allowed. That's how I think the Rams can stay in the game. Under 20 minutes possession against as well. They don't want to stay on the field the whole game. And keep everything, I mean everything in front of you. These corners at the playoff every single time, it's good. They can tackle. It's just the fact they cannot give up those huge plays. So I got for the Rams, guys. Now let's get to the late national window. Jets and Broncos. Here we go. Alright, guys, the 1-3 Jets who are looking to bounce back. Obviously, they've lost 3 in a row, and yeah, this is a game they definitely should win, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, the Broncos coming in this one at 1-3, coming back from 28-7 versus the Bears. Of course, they're also looking to win back-to-back games. Yeah, their defense is pretty terrible, but on the Jets side, Zach Wilson again looked unbelievable. I wouldn't say unbelievable. He looked really good for what you expect from him until that fumble at the end of the game, but yeah, that's really good hope there for them. Obviously, Breece Hall, last time he played here, again, it was really just him because the rest of the offense did absolutely nothing. The Jets won 16-9, he had like a 72-yard touchdown. Then, of course, he tore his ACL. Elijah Vera Tucker got hurt. I think he might be out for this one. We'll have to wait and see, though, again. But, yeah, again, these teams played week 7 of last year. That's how the Jets got the 5-2. I think they won their 4th straight with that one, yeah. But either way, now they play here in 2023, and, yeah, both these teams really need to win here. Again, Jets, 3-game losing streak. Broncos won their first game of the year last week. The game's at 4:25 on CBS, NFL Plus, and Paramount Plus are your streaming services for this game. Announcing the game will be Andrew Catalan, Tiki Barber, Matt Ryan, and AJ Ross. Sports US Radio, Larry Kahn, and Steven Gostkowski. Looking at the map, it is in blue. So basically just a whole entire line right here, and part of New England's going to get this game as well. So that's very interesting there. Let's get right into this Jets starting lineup. Oh, wait, shoot, the weather, my bad. Yeah, so it's going to be, let's say, 76 degrees. It's going to be a little humid, decent wind. It's going to be, whatever. It's going to be a sunny day. Beautiful day in Denver. For the Jets, Zach Wilson, a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, of course, on IR, as well as Kenny Yeboah, Dwayne Brown, Carter Warren, Ifeadi Odiingbo, Bradley and Malik Hall, Samir Isling, and Chuck Clark. Breece Hall, Devin Cook, Michael Carter in the backfield, Garrett Wilson, Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Xavier Gibson at receiver, Tyler Conklin, Jeremy Reichert at tight end, Nick Bowden is their fullback, Mekhi Becton, Laken Tomlinson, Connor McGovern, Joe Tippett, and Elijah Vera Tucker across the offensive line. Billy Turner is questionable. Defensively, John Franklin Myers, Jermaine Johnson, Carl Lawson, Will McDonald off the edge. Quentin Jefferson, Quentin Williams, the defensive tackles. Sam Agavogan is questionable. Jamin Sherwood, C.J. Mosley, Quincy Williams are the linebackers. Sauce Gardner, Michael Carter, the second. Brandon Echols is out, as well as DJ Reed. Bryce Hall starting. Bernard Carnverse is also out. Jordan Whitehead and Tony Adams are the safeties. Greg Zerline is their kicker. Their punter is Thomas Morstead. Xavier Gibson is a returner, and Thomas Hennessy is the long snapper. For the Broncos, Russell Wilson, a quarterback, Javonte Williams, questionable, Samaje Perine, Jaleel McLaughlin in the backfield, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Mervin Jr., receiver, Tim Patrick, Jalen Virgil, Greg Dulcich, Alex whatever, Elise Yurki, Jonas Griffith, Kwan Williams, and Caden Stern, all on IR. What is called Michael Adam Trautman, Chris Manor, it's a tight end. Michael Byrne is your fullback. Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Luke Cushenberry is questionable. Luke Wattenberg behind him. Quinn Miners and Michael Quincy round the offensive line. Jonathan Harris, TJ Jones, Zach Allen across the defensive line. Mark Purcell is questionable. Nick Manito, what is called Jonathan Cooper, Frank Clark off the edge with Alex Singleton and Josie Jewell up the middle linebacker. Pat Sertan, Jaquan McMillan, Fabian Moreau, and Damari Mathis at corner. Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson to safety. Will Lutz is your kicker, your punter is Riley Dixon. Marvin Mims Jr. is your returner, and Mitchell Farbani is your long snapper. And what I want to see from this Jets offense is Zach Wilson having 15-plus fade contests as his second or third read. This is because he actually looked really good on those throws last week, and also the low risk throw that he can. He hits, he'll get a lot of confidence on. Brees Hall 5+ long 10+ yard runs. Yeah, I just want to see him have those explosive runs he had last year in Denver. I really do think that'll give a good boost to this offense. And then again, I want him to put over 20 points because I do think that Denver offense will be able to score. Defensively, make Russ do the circus crap, run around in circles, just throw it away, like stuff like that. They want to make him do that. And 7+ saw snaps in the slot. I do want to see him play more in the slot this week just because of Marvin Mims Jr. stuff like that. They're gonna want to take some deep shots out of the slot. Just shots playing in the slot. And then Quinn Williams, liable pressures as well. I think he can definitely get that against this offensive line. They just haven't really been great in pass protection this year. See what he can do there. Now let's look at the Broncos. Meanwhile, for Denver, 20+ touches for Jaleel McLaughlin. Get on the dang ball. He looked really good last week. Jerry Jeudy, 3+ targets, 20+ yards downfield. Just stop throwing underneath crap to him. Marvin Mims Jr. touchdown as well. I don't care how long it is. Just getting the ball in a deep shot. Broncos defense, Kareem Jackson, sub 75 rating against. Again, he's going to the ball thrown at him because he's just not very fast anymore. But he's got to burst some of those up. Justin Simmons, 3+ tackles in the fourth quarter. I do think they're going to have some plays where the Jets are going to just try to take some shots. Maybe they'll connect on one, but Justin Simmons got to save those. And Pat can't suck. Pat Sertan has not been great this year. You just don't be like you were last week, I guess. So right there. Now let's get to the doubleheader game. Of course, Patrick Mahomes can't be the Chiefs, but he has one more team to beat in the whole NFL, of course, being the Vikings, which he did not get to play back in 2019. But then again, the Chiefs had a lot of big plays in this game. We'll have to see what happens. Can Mahomes beat his final team? We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, the 3-1 Chiefs are looking, I wouldn't say bounce back, but play a much better brand of football here against the Vikings here in Week 5. Obviously, the Vikings coming in this one at 1-3 got their first win of the season. They've blown a bit. I wouldn't say blown, but they've choked in all their 4 games. Even last week when they won, they still choked. It is the NFL and CBS Week 5 doubleheader game 2, though, so again, it will be in front of the whole country again. 4:25 on CBS, NFL Plus, Paramount Plus, other streaming services for this game, obviously. Mahomes he's beat all 30 teams in the NFL except the Vikings, so 32, whatever. Of course, he can't beat the Chiefs because, well, he'd have to move teams, and that just won't happen, at least for now. Either way, though, Jim Nantz, Tony Romo, Tracy Wilson are on the call for this game. Looking at the map, yeah, it's a lot of the country's getting this thing, like basically the whole country. So if you're not watching the Jets and Broncos, you're watching this game. It's the NFL and CBS doubleheader game 2. That's what I got for you guys, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Obviously, these teams played back in 2019, and David Williams had a 91-yard touchdown. If you watched if you watched the recap of Thursday night, on Friday, you would have saw that highlight. But yeah, that's all I got there. Time the Chiefs starting lineup. All right, for the Chiefs, Mahomes at quarterback, Blaine Gabbert's his backup, Isaiah Pacheco, Jerry Kennan, and Clyde are in the backfield. Rashid Rice is down there, number 1, I guess. MVS, Ian Skymore, receiver. Justin Ross is also there, as well as Justin Watson, Kadarius Toney. Maybe Montreal Washington, Richie James, Nico Ramigo, Jody Fortson, Prince, Tegan Wagando, Charles Menahue, and Najee Johnson are all on IR. Travis Kelce at tight end, Donovan Smith, Joe Tooney, Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Juwan Taylor across the offensive line. Wyan Morris is questionable. George Karlaftis, Mike Dana, Felix Ndugi is off the edge. Matt Dickerson is questionable. Derek Notting and Chris Jones are defensive tackle. Nick Boland's questionable. Middle linebacker Jack Cochran might start probably more like Drew Tranquil. We'll have to wait and see. Willie Gay, Leo Chanel are the linebackers with Larry Steen, Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, and Trent McDuffie at corner. Brian Cook and Justin Reed are the safeties. Harrison Bucker is their kicker. Tommy Thompson is their punter. Montreal Washington is their returner. And James Winchester is the long snapper. And for the Vikings, Kirk Cousins, quarterback. Nick Mullins, the backup, is questionable. Alexander Madison, Cam Akers in the backfield. Keanu Wangu, Eliza Oda, James Hurst, William Kanuku are all on IR. Justin Jefferson, KJ Osborne, Jordan Anderson, receiver. Malik Knowles is on IR. I forgot to mention Jalen Nailor's also on IR. T. Hawkinson, Josh Oliver, tight end. CJ Ham is the fullback. Christian Darrisaw, Urza Cleveland, Garrett Bradbury, Ed Reed, and Ed Ingram and Brian O'Neill across the defensive line. Chris Reed is out. Dean Lowry, Harrison Phillips, Jonathan Lord, the defensive tackles with Daniel Hunter, Pat Jones, and Juju Wanham off the edge, but Marcus Davenport is also questionable. And Brian Asamoah is also questionable. Ivan Pace Jr. and Jordan Hicks are the linebackers. Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth Jr., Mekhi Blackman, and Byron Murphy Jr. are at corner with Harrison Smith, and Cameron Bynum at safety. Lewis Eaton's questionable. Greg Joseph is your kicker. Ryan Wright's your punter. Tyler Chandler and Brandon Powell are your returners, and Andrew Pola is your long snapper. All right, for the Chiefs, I want Patrick Mahomes not to turn it over. Please don't. 3+ screen targets for Kadarius Toney in the first half. Get him the ball there. I really do think that would really open up this offense, and any receiver just run some screens. And Isaiah Pacheco, 3+ explosive plays, whether it's 10-yard runs, I don't care. Just get a couple big plays. Defensively, no blunders in linebacker passing coverages. That was a big issue last week. Triple JJ, don't let him catch the freaking ball. And make the Vikings run the ball down by 10+. So if they go up 10-0, make the Vikings run the ball. Like, literally no option. Like, make it so that, like, Kirk can't throw the football. So we got their time for the Vikings. And for the Vikings, no Kirk red zone interceptions. That's first and foremost. 40+ runs, which seems like a ton, but I really do think that's how they're going to win this game. And JJ has to catch a bomb in the fourth quarter. It's got to be like a big play that like gets them in like kind of like a winning position or something. Yeah, just make a huge play. Defensively, keep the Chiefs under 30 points. Again, if they can do that, they might have a shot. Byron Murphy on Travis Kelce. Again, he doesn't really play much there, but I do think that's how they're going to stop him. And Daniil Hunter, 6+ pressures with at least 2+ hits, and also a sack would be huge for this defense. That's all I got for the Vikings, guys. Now for the game of the year so far. How good are the Cowboys? How good are they? Well, we'll have to see in this one. This is a measuring test game, as it is probably the game of the year so far on Sunday Night Football. Alright, the 49ers take a trip back, not the 49ers, the Cowboys take a trip back to San Francisco, of course, where they were eliminated from the playoffs last year. Of course, the 49ers have owned the Cowboys the last 2 seasons in the playoffs. And yeah, now they meet here in Week 5 on Sunday Night Football on a monster show. Of course, 49ers 4-0. They've been steady Eddie throughout the whole season. Cowboys, on the other hand, getting manhandled by the Cardinals back in Week 3 and a huge upset there. But then again, they just bounced back last week and just absolutely murdered the Patriots. So, how good are they? Well, we'll probably find out in this game, obviously. 49ers are by far, I wouldn't say by far, but they're the most consistent and probably the best team in the league right now. And again, on Sunday Night Football, it's like the game of the year. Like, this is a huge game. Again, 8:20 on NBC, Peacock, Universo, NBC Sports app. More Peacock than anything, though, as well as NFL Plus. Announcing this game will be Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, Melissa Stark. Remember, Football Night in America starts at 7 o'clock Eastern on NBC, so right after the games, turn that thing on. Westwood on Ryan Radjic and Ryan Harris. Looking at the weather for this game, it's going to be 67 degrees. A little wind, not too much, though, and it'll also be clear. So it's going to be, like, hot. Again, today it was red hot, but, yeah, here in Santa Clara, shouldn't be too bad. That's what I got for this game, though, guys. Right into the Cowboys starting lineup. And for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle in the backfield, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup receiver, David Durden, Josh Bell, Matt Weizico, Nation Wright, Trayvon Diggs, and DeMarvin Overshown all on IR. Jake Ferguson, tight end, Pan Henderson is out. Hunter Lubick is the fullback. Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele across the offensive line. DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Option, Dante Fowler Jr. off the edge. Jonathan Hankins and Ozo Odighizuwa who are the defensive tackles. LVE, Damone Clark's questionable. Marquise Bolton Bell might start. And, of course, Micah Parsons there at linebacker. Stephon Gilmore, Jordan Lewis, Noah Igbinoghene, and Deron Bland corner. Safety is Donovan Wilson and Jaron Curse. Brandon Aubrey is their kicker. Brian Anger is their punter. Devontae Turpin is their returner. And Trent Sieg is their long snapper. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, Brock Purdy at quarterback, Sam Darnold's his backup, Christian McCaffrey, and Jordan Mason in the backfield. Elijah Mitchell is out. Debo, Brandon Ayuk, Jawan Jennings, a receiver, Danny Gray, Robert Beal Jr., and Samuel Womack III are all on IR. George Kittle, Charlie Warner at tight end, Kyle Juszczyk at fullback, Trent Williams, Aaron Banks, Jake Reynolds, Spencer Rivers, Cole Mabkevich across the line, John Feliciano is questionable, Cleveland Farrell, Eric Armstead, Juwan Hargrave, and Nick Bosa off the edge as well. Randy Gregory, Drake Jackson, Austin Bryan as well are there as depth pieces. Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner, Owen Berkshire linebacker with Surveyors Ward, Isaiah Oliver, Avery Thomas, and Deommodore Lenore at corner. Tayshaun Gibson, Senior, Taluna Funga are the safeties. Jake Moody is your kicker. Your punter is Mitch Wisnowski. Ray McLeod is your returner, and Tabor Pepper's your long snapper. Okay, for the Cowboys, Dak has to stay in the pocket on 2nd and long. He will get sacked every time. They're just going to literally run contain there. Tony P, 20+ carries. Get him the ball. I really do think that he having a productive day and getting a lot of carries will help this offense into moving the football. And CeeDee Lamb, 5+ targets, 15+ yards downfield. Get him the ball downfield. They don't have really, again, Charvarius Ward, but that's about it covering him. Time for this defense. Don't get cooked by CMC. He runs all over you. You have no chance. 3+ sacks, which I think could happen. And LVE on George Kittle last year, he lit you guys up. Don't let that happen again. Time for the Niners. And wrapping up the NFL Week 5 Sunday preview, I'm going to talk about this 49ers offense. First things first, Brock has to scramble 5+ times in my opinion. He didn't create it like that, and again, he's been able to do it. Brandon Ayuk, sorry I misspelled his name. Getting a deep target as well. It was really good last week. And Debo, 15+ touches, which seems like a lot, but give him some carries. Defensively, Fred Warner getting a pick, I think, would be a big momentum boost. Under 20 points allowed, that shouldn't be too hard. And CeeDee Lamb under 110 total receiving yards would be a great way for this Niners team to silence everyone who says that the Cowboys are a better team for whatever freaking reason. Either way, though, let's start out for the Week 5 NFL Week 5 Sunday preview. Here is a quick snippet of who's back. And yeah, see you for the recap tomorrow.
Blitz is down here by the Eagles. They've got some answers for it, but so far, Jim Schwartz has played coverage and not brought the blitz. And he's not going to here. On 3rd down, Goff. Pass caught. Cup. Touchdown. Fought his way through Jalen Mills and able to get the football inside the pylon.